grow some fucking balls. Seriously. Fucking seriously, man. Vince McMahon needs to grow some fucking balls. For real. He needs to fucking grow the heck up. Really. I took to Twitter to mention Vince McMahon's name in 3 of my tweets that I have posted on my YouTube account. If you guys want to check that out, be sure you check that out. Be sure you agree with me when I say about Vince. So, before I get started with providing you my full predictions, previewing cards, my predictions of what's going to happen at Backlash and who's going to come out victorious at Backlash, I have a few things to say as far as Charlotte Flair and Vince McMahon goes. I have a few things to say about them. Number fucking one, yes, I took to Twitter today to fucking tag Vince McMahon's name, Twitter name, in my tweet. So the first tweet that I tagged Vince McMahon's name in that I posted on Twitter saying the following: Vince, you're going to learn sooner or later that Paul Heyman was not the problem. And then I tagged his Twitter name again, posted another tweet on Twitter saying the following: Vince, oh, and Paul Heyman is not the problem. You're the problem, Vince. It's your damn fault that the Raw and SmackDown ratings have dropped week after week after week. And it's so bad that, folks, rumor has it that the USA Network is not happy with Vince McMahon firing Paul Heyman. Vince McMahon, nobody is fucking happy with you. Nobody is fucking happy with you. So Vince McMahon, you can get the hell out. You can get the hell out. Nobody is fucking happy with you. Nobody wants you as chairman no more. You're not doing good as chairman. You're garbagely terrible as chairman. Let's be honest. You can't even make these Monday Night Raw TV shows and SmackDown shows better. Better than what they were probably the last few years. Seems like they were worse the past few 6 months. Seems like it's more than that. So I told Vince McMahon, I said, it's not Paul Heyman, it's not the talent. It's fucking you, Vince McMahon. You are the one that need to grow some fucking balls and realize that all of this shit, all of the Raw and SmackDown ratings that dropped, all of these bad matches and bad bookings and storylines and creative decisions that's been made, all these bad creative decisions been made, is all your fucking fault, Vince. You need to fucking understand and realize that all this fucking bullshit is your fucking fault. And you of all people want to fire Paul Heyman? And blame Paul Heyman for the fucking ratings going down? Are you fucking kidding me, man? How can you be that fucking dumb, Vince? How can you be that fucking dumb? I feel bad for fucking Stephanie McMahon being the daughter of Vince McMahon. I feel bad for Shane McMahon being the son of Vince McMahon. And you gotta wonder what Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon thinks of Vince McMahon firing Paul Heyman. You gotta wonder what he thinks of that. You have to wonder what the fuck they think of that. I think it's time for Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, Triple H to step up and say, hey, Vince McMahon, you need to step down as chairman of WWE. You're not doing a good job. I think Triple H should be in the chairman position because I think he knows what he's doing as far as creative-wise. Let's be honest. Like I said before, I'm going to say it again. Triple H, I think, should be chairman. Vince McMahon should step down as chairman and give the chairman to Triple H. He knows what he's doing. Oh, but you know Triple H and Vince McMahon have had their backstage, back and forth arguments about what talent and this and that about talent in the past. I mean, really. This man needs to get the hell out. Nobody wants him as chairman. I don't want him as chairman. JD from NY 206 doesn't want him as chairman. Fucking Wrestle Talk doesn't want him as chairman. What Culture doesn't want him as chairman. Tom doesn't even want him as chairman. Nobody on Twitter wants you as chairman, Vince McMahon. Get the hell out. None of us podcasters want you as chairman. Get the hell out. Neither Neither do none of us future podcasters, including me, want you as chairman. You can definitely get the hell out. And now you wonder why talent are leaving WWE. You wonder why all the talent left WWE. The talent that were in the WWE before, now you wonder why they left. Because of fucking Vince. Now you wonder why Matt Riddle had his backstage heat with Vince McMahon like he did last year. A lot of talent are furious at Vince McMahon after the firing of Paul Heyman. There are a lot of superstars that love Paul Heyman and his creative skills and his thinking. They love how good Paul Heyman is. They do. Let me remind you who Paul Heyman is. Let me remind you some things about Paul Heyman. Let me remind you. Let me refresh everybody's memory of who Paul Heyman is. Folks, Heyman is the most brilliant minds. Heyman has one of the most brilliant minds in WWE. And you know WWE's weaknesses over the past decade has been Heyman. Has been Heyman's strength. Heyman booking the right decisions has been one of WWE's weaknesses over the decade. Heyman has been one of WWE's weaknesses over the decade. And look at that. Weeks later, here we go with Paul Heyman fucking fired. And now, Bruce, executive director of both Raw and SmackDown. How do you think I fucking feel about that? That's a bunch of bullshit. You're gonna have only one person as executive director on both brands? That absolutely makes no fucking sense. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is why WWE has become garbage over the last few months. Because of fucking garbage, Vince McMahon is chairman. Can't do his fucking job. I don't even think he knows how to do his fucking job as chairman. Jesus Christ. Put that man on the fucking leash and he'll probably be unleashed like a fucking pit bull. Good God, man. Not to mention his head is like the size of a fucking potato. Fuck's sake, man. Seriously. Vince McMahon has got to realize, man, that look, all of this bullshit, all of this ratings, all of the Raw and SmackDown ratings dropping, and all of the talent not being used like they're supposed to, is all of his fucking fault. Everything in the WWE is all of his fucking fault. Everything bad that's been going on in the WWE is all of his fucking fault. Bad bookings is all of his fucking fault. The SmackDown and Raw ratings and how bad the show's been is his fucking fault. It's as simple as I can make it, man. And as far as Charlotte Flair goes, thank fucking God she's not in the WWE Backlash 2020 pay-per-view. Thank God. No one wants to see Charlotte Flair on fucking television. And speaking of television, WWE fans need to do a promotion on fucking having Vince McMahon to step down his office rather than fucking trying to get Charlotte Flair off fucking television. Which, I do want Charlotte Flair off television, let's be honest. Because she's been on television every fucking week. Week after week after week, we've seen Charlotte on television. Everybody is getting tired of you being on television, Charlotte Flair. You need to get WWE to write you off of television. Nobody wants to see you on television right now. Not a good time. Plus, you are making the women's division look worse than what it has looking over the past few months. I mean, let's be honest. Charlotte Flair has buried the likes of Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan. Who else? Oh, she's even buried Asuka. She's even defeated Asuka. And Bayley and Sasha Banks. I mean, why is Charlotte Flair on fucking television every week? This is fucking ridiculous, man. It's like a fucking shit show. It's like a fucking man punching a woman in the face, or it's like a woman slapping a man in the face. However you want to fucking call it. Fuck's sake, man. Seriously. So, before we get started with the WWE Backlash 2020 predictions, preview, and full card, I just thought I'd get all this, what I said about Vince McMahon and Charlotte Flair, off my chest. I'm done talking about Vince McMahon and Charlotte. No more talking about them. I'm fucking done. If WWE doesn't want to fucking listen, WWE needs to make better decisions on doing better bookings, better matches, and making these shows better every week. But you know what? I'm done talking. If WWE doesn't want to fucking listen to me and JD from NY206 and all these other podcasters, if they don't want to fucking listen to all the fans, the WWE fans on Twitter, if they don't want to listen to the podcasters on Twitter, well, you know what? Let them do what they want. Fuck it. One day WWE's going to learn that. WWE's going to learn, are going to realize one day what they done. They're going to realize one day what they done. They're going to realize what they fucking done. The firing of Paul Heyman has angered a lot of fucking talent. And I don't fucking blame the talent for getting angry. I don't fucking blame them. And it's also concerned the talent. So, you mean to tell me that Drew McIntyre and Street Profits are in good hands and all the rest of the talent on the Monday Night roster are not? That's some fucking garbage shit, man. That's fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. Fucking ridiculous. Alright. Anyway, let's get started with the WWE Backlash. Let's get started with my WWE Backlash 2020 predictions, preview, and full card. So I'm going to tell you all of who I think, of what and who and where, or who I think is going to come out victorious. So, let's get started talking about the match. Talking about the Apollo Crews versus Andrade match. The United States Championship match. So, First, let me tell you the matches that are going to be on the card for tonight's Backlash first. So, it said that WWE Backlash 2020 will be headlined by Edge and Randy Orton, who compete in a contested billed as greatest match ever. I have all this that I'm reading, I have all of this written in my description. So, you can read with me if you want, you don't have to. The card tonight will also feature no less than 5 title matches, as Drew McIntyre defends his WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley tonight. Also, tonight, Braun Strowman looks to overcome former tag team champions Miz and Morrison as he defends the Universal Championship in a 2-on-1 handicap match. I don't understand why we're having this fucking handicap match for Backlash. Braun Strowman is going to absolutely fucking bury Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison are going to be fucking buried tonight by Strowman. They're probably not even going to get a push. They're probably going to get buried. You know what? I don't even fucking care about this match, man. But I do care about the fact that they shouldn't be booking a 2-on-1 handicap match. This doesn't make no sense. Braun Strowman defending his Universal Championship against a tag team that's currently struggling in the tag team division. Oh, speaking of the tag team division is looking worse than what it's looked over the past 4 months. Jesus Christ, man. Give me a fucking break. Fucking hell, man. The tag team division on SmackDown is struggling. It needs help. Just like the tag team division on Raw, it needs help. Tag team division on SmackDown and Raw needs help real bad. Just like the WWE Women's Division. WWE Women's Division needs help too. They're struggling. WWE Women's Division, the only reason why WWE Women's Division is looking worse because of Charlotte Flair. What JD likes to call her, the so-called android. And she is an android, let's be honest. I mean, she's been on 3 brands. She has a reason to be called the android. But, seriously, this is just ridiculous. Why are they booking us a handicap match for Backlash? This match is going to be nothing more than main roster garbage. I'm going to say this again. This is going to be nothing more than main roster garbage. Oh, great. There's another match that WWE's booking for tonight's Backlash. WWE's typical garbage, Nia Jax, challenges Asuka for the Raw Women's title. I'll be surprised if Nia Jax injures Asuka like she did with Kairi Sane. I'll be surprised by that. And then tonight also it's gonna be Bayley and Sasha Banks defending their women's tag team belts against the Ilconics, the Idiotics, the Moronics, the Don't Get On My TV Onyx, Get Off My TV Onyx, and Alexa and Nikki Cross. Of course, Apollo Crews puts his U.S. Championship on the line against Andrade. That will be the first match, I think, for tonight's Backlash. I'm not sure. It might be, might not be, I'm not sure. Anyways, the action will take place at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Of course, because of this coronavirus pandemic. Because of this fucking coronavirus pandemic. Nothing new. We already knew that shit from the get-go. Nothing new. With the only audience consisting of WWE employees due to the ongoing coronavirus crisis. Yeah, the fucking coronavirus pandemic. Like I said the first time. So, it said the main card will kick off at midnight UK time, with the kickoff pre-show airing from 11 p.m. Hey, Larry's usually on at UK time. My friend Larry that plays World of Tanks Valor, he's usually on at that time. I think. No, he's on, I think, in the mornings or at night. But anyway, doesn't even matter. Anyways. So let's talk about the match between Apollo Crews and Andrade for the United States Championship. It's going to be I don't know if it's going to be a good singles match or it's going to be a bad singles match. I guess we'll find out when I watch it. So, this United States title match is finally a contender to steal the show with two incredible talent individuals. It feels like as though Andrade is on the gaps of a top tier push, and this match card could finally be used to propel him into the main event scene. No, you want to talk about Andrade need a push? Now, hold on a second. Stop right there. First of all, you want to talk about Andrade? Hold on. First of all, Andrade is not the only one that needs this WWE push. Apollo Crews needs to push his United States Championship as well. Andrade has already got his chance and his push as United States Championship. Now, you could stop with that bull crap, WWE. You could stop that bullshit. Anyways, Crews said, so far, Crews has had a great run and truly running with the opportunity which he has been presented with. Like we said, like everybody said before, Apollo Crews is going to become a true mega star in the WWE, and I believe it. And I believe that 100%. Telling that to those of you haters who don't believe him. With tensions running high between Andrade and Angel Garza, you can expect to see some form of interference in the match. That's going to ruin the match. That interference is going to be absolutely main roster garbage. Let's be honest. I'm just going to throw that out there. Just throwing it out there. It's going to be absolutely main roster garbage, the interference. Once again, throwing it out there. You can expect to see some form of interference in the match, which will likely cost Andrade a victory and set up Andrade versus Garza for the next few weeks. Crews going over Andrade adds another impressive name to his resume, or to his resume, and solidifies him as United States Champion. So, Backlash tonight. And you know what, I'll tell you at the end. Fuck it. I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll tell you at the end. So, predicted winner will be Apollo Crews. And I hope they continue Apollo Crews' push as United States Championship. And I doubt that they will, because now that Paul Heyman is gone, now that Paul Heyman is fired, Apollo Crews is probably going to now lose his United States title. Great. Fucking great. I hope that doesn't happen. So, moving on to the next. Hold on a second. moving on to the next. Anyways. Alright, where's Backlash? What is it? So, I think the triple threat match will be the next match for Backlash tonight. So let me show y'all the superstars that will be participating in the triple threat match for the Women's Tag Team Champions. Even though the show's still going to be absolutely garbage. Alright. Alright. So, here's the Women's Tag Team Champions, Bayley and Sasha Banks. So, it's Bayley and Sasha Banks tonight. Also, it's going to be Bayley Sasha Banks versus the Ilconics, the Idiotics, the Moronics. Get off my TV, Onyx. I love when JD says that. Ilconics, the Idiotics, the Moronics. Get off my TV, Onyx. Huh. Don't get on my TV, Onyx. He should say that too. It's going to be Bayley and Sasha Banks defending their women's tag team champions. I was getting ready to say Raw Women's Champion because when I'm speaking of Raw Women's Champion, it reminds me of Becky Lynch. But anyways, they're defending their tag team champions against the Ilconics, the Idiotics. Of course, I've already said that. And Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross. So let me tell you my prediction of who I think is going to come out victorious in this triple threat match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So Bayley and Sasha Banks are really hitting their stride as an unbearable duo, and seems to be getting better and better in and out of the ring. The duo holding the women's tag team title serves as a great way to implement them opportunity. Well, it actually serves them a great way to implement them into storylines on both Raw and SmackDown. It also opens up the opportunity. Wait a minute, excuse me? Did they just say Raw? Please don't tell me rumor has it that they're appearing on Raw again next Monday. Or tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's Monday, so please don't tell me they're not going to appear on Raw tomorrow again. Holy, once again, I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm going to repeat myself again. Mom, I'm going to repeat myself again. Please don't tell me they are rumoring that Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to be on Raw again tomorrow. Please don't tell me that they're going to be on Raw again tomorrow. Don't tell me. Let me remind everybody again. The Sasha Banks and Bayley are not Monday Night Raw WWE Women's Superstars. They are SmackDown Women's Superstars. They are not on the Raw roster. They're on the SmackDown roster, for fuck's sakes. I mean, WWE seems to be getting their women's superstars mixed up, apparently. And they also don't know what the heck they're doing with their shows. Anyways, so also opens up the opportunity to see them appear at NXT while delaying the long-awaited showdown between the pair over Bayley's SmackDown Women's Championship once they finally split. This is going to be great. I hope I hope after Backlash the Sasha Banks and Bayley feud starts after Backlash. Not on Raw, but on SmackDown. Because Bayley and Sasha Banks, once again, I'm going to repeat it again, they're not Raw. They're not Raw talent. They're SmackDown talent. And I don't even know why the Raw logo was shown on the Titantron. on Friday Night SmackDown last week. I don't even know why the Ilconics appeared on Friday Night SmackDown. They're not even SmackDown brand superstars. They're not even on the SmackDown Women's roster. That's just like saying Bayley and Sasha Banks are not on the Raw roster. There you go. So the Ilconics coming back to Raw is finally a welcome addition to the women's tag team division. That's more like a terrible addition to the women's tag team division. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Mirror.com. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. But it is defiantly too soon to see Bayley and Banks drop the titles to either team in this match. So, folks, expect to see Bayley celebrating her win and rubbing it in Michael Cole's face tonight. So, I think my winners are going to be Bayley and Sasha Banks for this one. Now, the next match of who I think is going to win is Jeff Hardy. So I'm going to explain to you all about this match for Backlash. But I think Sheamus should get over Jeff Hardy better, because I think this would better continue the feud with Sheamus and Jeff Hardy. I mean, if I'm not right to you, then something's wrong with you idiots on Twitter. Something's wrong with you idiotics on Twitter if you think I'm not right about that. So, this match has certainly had the most creative built out of all the contest in the show, or on the show. While the discussion to include Jeff Hardy's personal demons and the angle might have divided opinion, it had all seemed to be going really well. That was until this week's decision to have Jeff Hardy throw a glass of urine over Sheamus, which that was very, very disgusting. Which really took away from all the good they did and added an unnecessary comic element to an intense feud. This feud was going strong and great last week on Friday Night SmackDown. However, that said, this match is likely to be one of the highlights of the show, which Sheamus looking to manhandle Jeff and take away any of his high-risk offense. I said it right. With much of the build of this match favoring the Irishman, it is likely that the Celtic Warrior will not be able to control his hatred toward Hardy, which will result in him making a mistake and gifting Jeff the victory. Either Sheamus is going to win or Jeff Hardy is going to win. I think Jeff Hardy is going to win, but I also think Sheamus is going to win. I mean, let's be honest. Sheamus is doing great since his return. He's done great since his return. He deserves a win over Jeff Hardy. If anything, in my opinion, I think he deserves a win over Jeff Hardy. He really does. So, next. So next is going to be, the next match we're going to talk about is Asuka versus WWE's typical garbage, Nia Jax. Let's be honest, she is one of WWE's typical garbage. Because she injured Kairi Sane a lot of times. That's why I'm calling her WWE's typical garbage. Because she's also an abomination to the women's division. That's another reason why I'm calling her WWE's typical garbage. And she's much like MVP. That's the third reason why I'm calling her WWE's typical garbage. So, it's going to be Asuka defending her Women's Championship against WWE's typical garbage, Nia Jax. Singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. I got a feeling they're going to put the title on Nia Jax. I swear to God, if they put the title on Nia Jax, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. Asuka deserves that title more than Nia Jax does right now at the moment. Asuka has been one of the most entertaining performers during the empty arena area. Oh, she's pretty funny. She's quite entertaining and hilarious. And she's beautiful too at the same time. And a pivotal part of creating some buzz and excitement during Raw since we have moved to this format. The format. No, I'm just joking. Which has been largely well received by the WWE Universe. Of course it was going to be received by the WWE Universe. WWE Universe loves Asuka more than they love Nia Jax. Let's be honest, Nia Jax is getting a lot of criticism on Twitter over her injuring Kairi Sane on Raw, week after week. They better not put on Raw tomorrow. They better not put Nia Jax against Kairi Sane again. They better not do it again. And I think next week's Raw, after this week's Raw, everything's going to change. Everything is going to fucking change. It's going to go back to where it was over the years. It's going to go back to it like it was over the years. It's going to go back to being even more garbage than it was before. I'm talking about Raw. So Jax, on the other hand, has received a large amount of criticism for her in-ring abilities. Against Kairi Sane, yeah, she needs to. She needs to get a freaking criticism after her injuring Kairi Sane's giving her a bruise on her freaking head. I mean, she's an abomination to the women's division. You don't need nobody like Nia Jax in the title picture, given the fact that she's much bigger than Asuka. Jesus, WWE. How dumber can WWE get? I tell you, man. Absolutely no sense. So she now has the opportunity to prove everybody wrong against one of the best workers in the business. Honestly, I'm going to say this. Nia Jax did not deserve to be in the title picture to begin with. If anything, it should have been Shayna Baszler in the title picture. It should have been Shayna Baszler. In my opinion, should have been Shayna Baszler. Oh, but where's Shayna Baszler? She's not on TV. Oh, but where's Ruby Wyatt and Liv Morgan? Not on TV. Nowhere to be seen. Oh, most importantly, where's the you don't go here woman? The EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. That's what I'm saying. There is plenty more talent in that locker room that deserves a title, that deserves to be in the title picture, more than Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, Nia Jax is going to be in the fucking title match. Fucking lame, fucking garbage, if you ask me. Jesus Christ. I'm about to sound like one of those people in the UK. Oh yeah, while a Nia Jax as a heel running as champion must sound like an appealing scenario, she sounds more like fucking garbage is what she sounds like. She just isn't ready to defeat Asuka right now. She's really not. She's really not. I don't think I agree with Mirror.com when they say this. She's not ready to defeat Asuka. She's not. The person who's ready to defeat Asuka to win the Raw Women's Championship a second time is Shayna Baszler. You don't need Nia Jax in the title picture. Why did WWE waste their fucking time putting Nia Jax in the title picture? A much bigger opponent than Asuka? Really? Her first opponent? Asuka's first opponent for her title defense? Come on. This is bull crap. This is bull. Which goes to show that WWE don't know how to write their fucking shows right. There you go. Asuka hasn't been given the opportunity to make a memorable run as a champion yet. But racking up wins over dominant opponents like Jax will certainly help to prove that she is one of the best, very best. I think Asuka's going to win this match. Please do not have Nia Jax as the favorite to win the match. Folks, I encourage you all not to watch Backlash tonight. And here is one reason why I encourage you all not to watch Backlash. Because of this match that I'm about to put up on the screen. Here is fucking one reason why you all should not be watching WWE Backlash. That's going to be back trash. Let's be honest. Because of this match that's going to be happening. Braun Strowman defending his Universal Championship against Miz and Morrison in a handicap match. And I guarantee you they're going to add this match to the WWE 2K22 or 21 game that's going to be coming out. That they're working on, that WWE 2K is probably currently working on. Guarantee you this match is going to be on that game. And I guarantee you the title match thing, the thing where, at the bottom where it's going to have the button, where it's going to have it say title something. Guarantee you they're going to put that at the bottom. And I guarantee you this match is going to be added to WWE 2K21. Or 22, so to speak. So, I really don't give a shit who wins this fucking match. I really don't give a fuck who wins this match. You might as well get the title of Braun Strowman to further continue so that way when The Fiend makes his return to Friday Night SmackDown, Braun Strowman and The Fiend can further continue their feud with each other. Might as well give the fucking title back to Braun Strowman. You might as well let Braun Strowman retain his title over Miz and Morrison. Might as well. I just spoilered you, by the way, you all. But I'm still going to read about this match. So, unlike its counterpart on Raw, the SmackDown Universal Champion has been grossly overlooked since Braun Strowman became champion at WrestleMania 36. Grossly overlooked? He's been grossly overlooked since his debut in the WWE. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you guys talking about? He's also been grossly overlooked since he won the Universal Champion. Since his debut. Jeez. And this Hashley arranged about certainly supports that argument. Well, that what I said definitely defiantly supported that argument. All it took for me to say was to say it in a short sentence. That's all it took. All I had to do was say it in a short sentence. Bam, there you go. Supports the argument. That supports the argument, what I just said. So the handicap match highlights a severe lack of a ligament title challenger on SmackDown. More like terrible ligament title challenger on SmackDown brand, and does absolutely nothing for the former tag team champions, Miz and Morrison. Let's be honest, Miz and Morrison are a tag team, not a singles competitors. They're a tag team, for fuck's sakes. A tag team, not a singles competitors. Not singles competitors, tag team. So, Miz and Morrison, the former tag team champions, Miz Morrison, who are clearly going to get run through at Backlash. Strowman is a monster among men. He's a monster of a man, and having him involved in committee segments does more damage than good for him. So there's absolutely no way that Strowman loses at Backlash, and hopefully after putting this behind him, he can focus on his serious feud next. Which his serious feud will be The Fiend when The Fiend makes his return to the WWE. He's going to continue his feud with The Fiend whenever The Fiend returns to WWE. I don't know when The Fiend is going to return. Rumor has it that he may return after SummerSlam or that he may return after Backlash. So don't be surprised if The Fiend returns to WWE. Wonder when the return of Lars Sullivan is going to happen. Yeah, where's Lars Sullivan been? We haven't seen him in like 9 to 8 months. Where's he? Nowhere to be seen in the ring. Not on television. Nowhere to be seen on WWE television. When does Lars Sullivan come back? These podcasters need to be doing some information, need to be doing their reviews about when Lars Sullivan's going to be coming back. Or they need to be releasing information on when Lars Sullivan's going to be coming back. Sources need to be releasing that information. Where's Lars Sullivan been? He's been to WWE since his NXT debut. Since then, since after all that, since after being on NXT, he got called up to the main roster. Got called up being on SmackDown, where EC3 was on. Where he, months, year later, got released from WWE. Yeah, you want to talk about Strowman's serious feud? Strowman needs to be in the feud. I think I could possibly see a Lars Sullivan and Braun Strowman feud happening. I could see it happening. I could just see it happening. Braun Strowman, Lars Sullivan feud, I could see that happening. I sure hope we see a Lars Sullivan return soon. We should be able to see a Lars Sullivan return soon. Hopefully. Braun Strowman and Lars Sullivan feud is going to set Friday Night SmackDown on fire. This feud is going to be on fire if they do it. I think his serious feud should be either with Lars Sullivan or the return of Lars Sullivan or The Fiend. That's why I think one of the two his serious feuds should be with. So Braun Strowman is going to win this match. Like I said, I don't give a... Well, actually I do care about who wins this match because Miz and Morrison are not singles competitors. So Braun Strowman should be able to retain his title over Miz and Morrison tonight at Backlash. Moving on to the next one. So, Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. Let me show you exactly what Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley looks like on this game and on real WWE television. This match is going to be so fucking garbage, and I'm not even going to watch it. I think this title championship match is going to be so fucking garbage. And I feel bad for Drew McIntyre that he has to defend his fucking title against Bobby Lashley in front of only NXT Performance Center trainees, not to mention their male-female trainees. Man, it doesn't matter what color. But he's got to defend his title only in front of NXT Performance Center male and female trainees. No audience in the arena. No freaking audience. No audience besides the NXT Performance Center recruits.
Interfere, causing a disqualification.
Which is a bunch of BS, let's be honest. And you know what? WWE needs to give the WWE Performance Center male and female recruits chairs to sit in instead of not giving them chairs to sit in. Would you rather see Baron Corbin's crown in a chair, or would you rather see NXT Performance Center recruit male and female trainees in a chair? Really? I mean, WWE, it's no sense to WWE making these WWE Performance Center recruit male and female superstars stand for 2 fucking hours on television. For 1 straight hours. Friday Night SmackDown lasts for 2 hours. Raw lasts for fucking, 3 hours? I mean, let's be honest. So, let's talk about this match. So, a motivated Bobby Lashley gets his shot at the WWE Championship in a match against Drew McIntyre. The promotion has done a great job in billing this one with little physical interaction between the pair. I actually care about who's going to win this match because Paul Heyman Drew McIntyre is a Paul Heyman type of guy. He's one of Paul Heyman's type of guys. He's a Paul Heyman guy because Paul Heyman is one of the reasons why Drew McIntyre is WWE Champion, and he's one of the reasons why Drew McIntyre is being built up as champion. He's one of the reasons why Drew McIntyre is a top star on Monday Night Raw roster as WWE Champion. So this promotion's done a great job in building this one with little physical interaction between the pair. Equally as important in the build-up has been Lashley's mouthpiece. MVP, who has really got over doubting Lashley's athletic abilities. Athletic abilities and credentials. It's always just been about presenting him the right way. Seems like they're presenting Bobby Lashley the fucking wrong way. To be honest, I'm thinking the opposite. It will be interesting to see if Lashley's on-screen wife Lana plays a part in proceedings. So let me get this straight. You mean to tell me they're rumored to put the title on Bobby Lashley? Yet his fucking manager is another one of WWE's typical garbage, MVP. One of WWE's typical garbage superstars, MVP. P needs to fucking retire. Nobody wants to see them on television. Nobody wants to see MVP on fucking television. He needs to retire. Immediately. WWE needs to write him off TV immediately. Like I said before, I'm saying this again. He fucking sucks at what he does in the ring. His wrestling abilities and his skills are terrible. And you wonder why the Raw ratings are going down because of old talent like this on the Monday Night Raw roster. Anyways, I did read already and say I would be interested to see if Lashley's on-screen wife Lana plays a part in the proceeding, which would be an unwelcome distraction in a match which has been built so well. So let's just see them scrap it out. It is largely unlikely that we see McIntyre drop the title so early in his first run. McIntyre deserves the title anyway. McIntyre doesn't deserve to drop his title to Bobby Lashley. What he does deserve is to retain his title rather than drop his title. McIntyre has defeated the likes of WWE's typical garbage, MVP. Let's see, who else? Austin Theory, Buddy Murphy, Seth Rollins. Big names. I'm just throwing big names. He's defeated Angel Garza, Andrade.
Yo.
There's all kinds of people he's defeated on Monday Night Raw. All kinds of people. Drew McIntyre should not be dropping his title to Bobby Lashley. Well, the reason why he probably will drop his title to Bobby Lashley is because of the great bad creative decision by Vince McMahon and good old Bruce. More like the good old lame-ass Bruce. That can't even do his freaking job as executive director, apparently. Can't do what Paul Heyman can do. Makes me question, are they the same or what? They don't look nowhere related. But it's not out of the realm of possibility that we will see Lashley as champion at some stage in the next 12 months. This match is a good first stop to a long feud between the pair. First of all, Bobby Lashley should have been champion a long fucking time ago. And you want to say that Bobby Lashley's not going to be champion at some stage in the next 12 months when he should have been champion a long time ago? Should have gave him that title ever since he dropped the World Heavyweight Championship in his time in the WWE. Remember, Bobby Lashley was World Heavyweight Champion in WWE. So, which if played out right, could see them face off again at SummerSlam. Why would you want to predict a Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre match for SummerSlam? Why? I don't want to see Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley again at SummerSlam. They need to get this match over with.
Lesnar at SummerSlam 2020.
So Drew McIntyre can move on to his next feud.
2018.
There's no sense in continuing this feud after Drew McIntyre picks up victory over Bobby Lashley. There's no fucking reason to further continue this feud. Drew McIntyre, like Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre they need to have Drew McIntyre win over Bobby Lashley to retain his title so he can move on to the next feud. There's no sense in Drew McIntyre dropping the title to Bobby Lashley. There's just no sense in that. It's fucking bogus. Ridiculous. I'm not going to say it's retarded. I'm not going to say that. It's fucking bogus. I'm just going to say it's bogus. It's ridiculous. It's a bad decision to have Drew McIntyre drop the title to Bobby Lashley. That's going to be a bad decision if that happens. And I hope that doesn't happen. Pray to God that doesn't happen. I pray to God that most definitely does not happen. I'm praying to God this doesn't happen. Really. So, I think the winner of this match will be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre will be the winner of this match. Yeah, I think Lesnar could interfere. Yes, great. I think Lesnar could interfere. It's a possibility, y'all, that Lesnar could interfere in this match. It's a possibility. It's most definitely a possibility. Never say never in the WWE. You know how fucking WWE is, folks. That's WWE typical garbage. Why would you have? Why would they have? And if they have Brock Lesnar interfering in the match, why would you have Brock Lesnar interfering in that match? It just wouldn't make sense. They need to think creative wise. This doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, Bobby Lashley should face Lesnar at SummerSlam. Yeah, you're right. That match will be good. And have Bobby Lashley win that title. I mean, if they drop the title on Bobby Lashley, well, that's going to be a fluke for the Monday Night Raw roster. It's going to be terrible for the Monday Night Raw roster. I'm going to feel so bad for the Monday Night Raw roster if Bobby Lashley wins that title. And you know JD from NY206 isn't going to be happy about it. Because I always watch his podcast on his Off the Script. Be sure you guys check out JD's from NY206's podcast on his Off the Script on his channel. He's got the best of the best. He's got the #1 podcast on his channel. But anyways, as I was saying, I personally think Drew McIntyre will retain his title. They need to go in that direction so Drew McIntyre can end this Bobby Lashley and McIntyre feud to go to the next feud. I'll be surprised if they continue this feud with Drew McIntyre retaining his title. I'll be surprised. I will personally be surprised. And I'll personally be surprised if they drop the title to Bobby Lashley and ultimately put Bobby Lashley in the feud with none other than the former WWE Champion, former Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. Now, anyways, moving on to the final and next one. So, I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about this so-called greatest match ever match between Randy Orton and Edge. First of all, number one, the greatest match ever between Randy Orton and Edge is going to be more like the greatest fucking failure match ever. It probably will end up being the greatest failure match ever. Because if you think, Randy Orton and Edge has been in a feud before, and I think Randy Orton has won that feud years ago when Edge and Randy Orton was in the feud with each other. You would have to think, why would they have Randy Orton pick up a victory over Edge at Backlash? That wouldn't make sense. I think what makes sense is to have Edge pick up a victory over Randy Orton at Backlash to end the show. It's better than having Randy Orton pick up a victory over Edge. But I think it might make sense to have Randy Orton win over Edge, and it might not. Depends on the feud. Depends on how the feud is. The feud is pretty good. Edge and Christian did do a great job cutting amazing promos on Raw last Monday. I think Edge is yet again going to win over Randy Orton. But let's just read about this match for 1 second though. So following their last man standing match at WrestleMania 36, the stakes have been raised even further for Edge and Randy Orton as the pair compete in the greatest wrestling match ever, in a statement that is clearly designed to generate interest. So we can certainly expect a solid match from the two in-ring veterans. So note that Edge doesn't seem to be hanging around and in no rush to hang up the boots after his miraculous return. And so this match could also be used to extend this feud between the pair. With Orton winning on Sunday night, the scores would be set at 1-1, which could open up the possibility of a third and final match at SummerSlam with even higher stakes. So, I think either Edge or Randy Orton's gonna win. One of them's gonna win. It does matter who's gonna win this match, and it doesn't at the same time. I mean, it would make sense for Randy Orton to win, so it'd be 1-1. It would. But at the same time, it wouldn't. Sometimes feuds can result in crazy ways. Can result in betrayal, love triangle. Some feuds can even result in matches, you know. It's how feuds are in the WWE. One in particular, the feud with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. That one was the greatest match ever. That was a good feud. So, definitely got to think about those things there. So, folks, these are all my predictions. And before I end this live stream, I'm going to give y'all the full card once again of the matches that will be taking place midnight on Sunday, June the 14th, which will be today. This midnight. So, I'm going to give you the matches on the card before I end this live stream. So, it'll be Apollo Crews defending his United States Championship against Andrade. It'll be a singles match for the United States Championship. It'll be Bayley, Sasha Banks defending their women's tag team championships against the Ilconics, the Moronics, the Idiotics. Don't get on my TV Onyx. Get off my TV Onyx. Cross and Alexa Bliss triple threat tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. What really made me mad was the fact that some of the websites favored the Ilconics. One website favored the Ilconics to win. Are you fucking kidding me? The Ilconics are not going to win the match. Clearly, Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to win that match, whether people like it or not. Sasha and Bayley should win that match to further continue the feud. That's going to happen. To further start a feud with Sasha Banks and Bayley. I think Sasha Banks versus Bayley should be for SummerSlam. I personally think it should. It makes sense that way. For the WWE Championship. At some point, they'll end up dropping their women's tag team titles. But who will they drop it to? That's the question. Maybe Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. Better hope Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Nox is watching Backlash tonight, because their opponents is more than likely going to be Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley are heels on the Friday Night SmackDown roster. It makes sense to have heels win over a babyface and a heel in this match. I mean, a lot of people are questioning or wondering, why did the women's titles even exist to begin with? I don't know how to answer that question. You would have to ask some of the podcasters. You have to ask some of the people that are smarter than I am on social media. So those two matches are going to take place on Backlash midnight. Also, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus singles match, and Asuka defending her Raw Women's Championship against Nia Jax. The Abomination Nia Jax. You know, the Nia Jax that is officially an abomination to the women's division. Charlotte Flair is worse in the women's division. Worse than Nia Jax, anyway. Singles match for the Raw Women's Championship. So then you got Braun Strowman defending his Universal Championship against Miz and Morrison. I really don't care about this match. Braun Strowman's going to win, but I really don't care about this match. So, and then you got Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. And then the main event will be Edge versus Randy Orton, the greatest wrestling match ever, the greatest match ever, which to me, once again, will be more like the greatest failure match ever. So that's what's going to be on the card. So that's my predictions on who's going to win, and that's the full card of tonight's Backlash and the preview. So folks, I hope you got to hear what all I had to say about my predictions on who's going to win Backlash tonight. I'm out of here. Thank you for joining me on my live stream. I hope you all have a good day. I encourage you all not to watch Backlash, because Backlash is going to go down as one of the worst pay-per-views this year, and I guarantee you it is. Guarantee you something bad is going to happen at Backlash. The show is going to be a shit show tonight. I guarantee you. The show is going to be bad. The show's going to suck tonight. I guarantee you. This pay-per-view is going to be absolutely main roster garbage, and I'm confident that it is. WWE just don't know how to give us better shows, man. Oh, that's right. It's because of Vince McMahon. All of Vince McMahon's fault. So, folks, I'm getting the hell out of here. Have a good day. And be tuning in for my Monday Night Raw review, because I will be reviewing Monday Night Raw Monday night. It won't be Tuesday morning. It will be Monday night. So be tuning in for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, turn on the old bell for notifications. I'm out of here. Have a good day.